Hey guys, it is Molly. Welcome back to another video. As we all know, winter break is coming up, finals are coming up. It's just a very stressful time for everyone. So in today's video, I thought I would give you guys some tips and tricks on how to manage like school, extracurricular activities, a job, all of that stuff. Without further ado, let's get into the video. First tip I have is to have a planner. And I really like planners because they help you know what you need to do, when you need to have it done, and it's all right in front of you instead of having to mentally note it. I don't know about you, but I forget everything that I'm like, oh yeah, I need to do this tonight. I forget and I don't remember. And then when I need to actually have it done, I don't have it done because I thought of it in my head and I didn't write it down. Another tip I have is to actually do your homework and show up for tests because homework is really important and it does affect your grade even if you don't think it does. And then with tests, don't skip, because if you skip a class just because you have a test in it that day, trust me, you're gonna hold it off until like you have to do it. And that's not really good because you're like, oh, I'm gonna go do it like tomorrow, and then the next day you don't want to do it because you didn't prepare for it, and then you're just gonna keep holding it off until like you absolutely have to do it, and then sometimes it might be too late where you can't do it. So I would definitely do that right away and don't skip, because skipping is never good because you just get behind in classes, and I don't like that, so I'm pretty sure you wouldn't like that. My next tip is having to do with homework. Make sure you do it right away as soon as you can. I know for me, I used to work Monday through Wednesday, so I had to figure out when I was going to get my homework done because I ended work at 8, and then after that I would feel so unmotivated where I wouldn't want to do it. So then I had to think about when I could do it, which I decided what was best for me, which was before school ended, so I would get it done before I had to go to work and before I had to go home. So then I would already have it done and I would have nothing to worry about after work. So that's just me, but you need to figure out what's best for you for when you can get your homework done. If you have sports after school, you might want to get it done after like the sport. When you're in a sport, homework is important because if you don't have your homework and you have a bad grade in that class, you might not be able to play. That's just a motivational tip for you to get your homework done. My next thing isn't really a tip, but it just has to do with work. And if you have a job, it is okay to skip because you're overwhelmed with school. Like, let's say it's finals week and you don't think you can get any of it done. Ask for the day off because you will benefit from it. I know like working is making money and money is really good, but you also have to think about your school life because school life comes ahead of work. My next tip is really beneficial, especially because break is coming up and it's just motivation to get your work done, like homework, and make sure you're doing all your tests and everything, and make sure you have it done before winter break. Because I know you know me, we don't want to do it during break. Like, we'd rather hang out with friends, hang out with family, do all that kind of stuff instead of doing homework. And if you wait until after break to do your homework, you'll either one, forget it, or two, you just won't be in the mindset to do it because of break, and then you won't get it done, and then that's a 0 in the grade book. None of us want that, so make sure you do your homework before break or just as soon as you can, so then you don't have to worry about it later. And then another thing is parents. So this isn't really a tip at all. I like to keep my parents happy by keeping my grades up because I hate when they get on me for grades. That is not fun whatsoever, and I hate being in that situation. So if you stay on top of your grades, you get good grades, you do your homework, you do good on tests, it makes your parents happy, which makes you happy. So it's just a really nice thing to have your parents not nagging at you to finish your homework. Another really important tip that I have that everyone usually forgets is to take breaks for your homework, reward yourself for doing homework, and things like that, because for finals especially, I don't know about you, but I hate doing homework for a long period of time. When you go home and you just do homework for a solid like 5 hours, that's not good and it doesn't actually help you remember anything. So the trick is to do like 10 minutes of one class that night and then do it the next night for only 10 minutes, and then you actually remember more. So that's just a really helpful tip that I should actually do more and I don't. And my last tip is to not do your homework in bed, because your bed, you associate with it as like a comfy, cozy place and like sleeping. So when you do your homework in bed, you think of relaxing and taking a nap when really you should be focused when you do your homework. So I recommend doing homework like in your kitchen, somewhere else quiet in your house that isn't in your room, or going to like a coffee shop and doing it. If you do it in your room, it's just not usually helpful. That is all I have for you today. I just thought it would be really nice to give everyone some like helpful tips so they remember for winter break coming up and then finals, because I know how hard it is to do all of that stuff and keep yourself motivated. I hope this video was very beneficial. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!